Hi, welcome to this healthy eating video. What to look for in a healthy eating program? Well, wanting to eat better is a goal that is shared by millions and millions of people around the globe. The reasons are varied from just wanting to maybe just to look a little better, or even to the extremes of combating serious poor health, or a bit of a morale booster by losing a little bit of weight. There are many good reasons for wanting to lose weight, and regardless of the reason, you should research health and nutrition before deciding on a healthy eating program that's best for you. Doing the proper research will not only point you in the right direction for foods you should eat, but it will also steer you away from the foods you should definitely be avoiding. One thing you do need to watch out for is a lack of balance in your diet. For example, the market is filled with a lot of diet plans that eliminate whole categories of food. Now, while it makes sense to reduce the level of saturated fats you consume, doing something like completely removing all carbohydrates from your diet is a questionable practice at best. It is okay to eat fat and to eat carbohydrates and protein. In fact, you should be very wary of any so-called healthy eating program that claims otherwise. Now, when it comes to fat, you'll want to limit saturated fats, sure, and try to eliminate those man-made trans fats completely. There are naturally occurring trans fats, and these aren't nearly as bad as their hydrogenated counterparts. Now, your best bet is to have polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats, though you don't want to go overboard on those either. Now, carbohydrates have received a lot of attention in recent years, I think due mainly to some of the so-called popular diets that told you to avoid them. Yes, it's possible to lose weight on a low-carb diet, sure, but there may be risks involved. And also, such a diet wouldn't really be considered a long-term healthy eating program because of the lack of balance in your diet. But you need to understand that not all carbohydrates are created equal. Now, you should definitely limit the simple carbs like those found in white bread, white rice and sugar. They're no good for you at all. But try replacing them with more complex carbs found in things like whole grain and vegetables and some fruit. Now, protein can be tricky. A lot of sources are actually high in saturated fats, so not that good for you. I mean, beef, for example, very high in protein, but many of those cuts are high in saturated fats as well. Chicken, on the other hand, is a very low-fat meat, but it has some cuts that are higher in fat than others, so choose the white meat to stay on the safe side. Perhaps the best source of protein is not actually meat at all, but beans, such as pinto, black bean, garbanzo, navy bean and so on. These are very high in protein and fibre, which is really good, and are also very low in fat. A healthy eating program doesn't mean you can never enjoy your favourite foods again, far from it. First, there are plenty of healthy alternatives for most foods, and second, the key is to enjoy such foods in moderation, as an occasional treat. In short, if you eat less of the unhealthy foods and more of the healthy foods, then you'll be headed in the right direction. But if you can't also have some of the foods you enjoy, then it can be very hard indeed, and there's a good chance you will simply slip back into your old habits of an unhealthy diet. And that really isn't going to do you any good at all.